So hindsight being 2020, I'm now realizing how I should have split up my VidCon videos. The first one should have been the E3 intro, and then day 0 and day 1, and then I should have saved day 2 and day 3 for the second video. That would have made the lengths a little more consistent with each other, and I wouldn't have had the 46-minute one that I had last week. But they're both done and uploaded, so there's not much else I can do about it, so let's go ahead and go into day 3 of VidCon. Roll the thing. Hey guys, Sean here. Hard to wave with my cell phone in my hand since I'm using it to record audio right now, but hey. So here it is, Saturday, June 24th, and welcome to VidCon 2017, Day 3. If you actually made it through last week's, 43-minute extravaganza about VidCon Day 1 and 2, and you are watching this video, thank you. That's actually pretty nice of you. So here's what's on the agenda this morning. Rhett and Link are doing a live recording of their podcast, Ear Biscuits, which they haven't done in like a year, so that's going to be interesting. I don't know if they're planning on having any guests or anything on it, but it's, they haven't done it for a year, so it should be entertaining. And then after that, there is a panel about the ending of cyberbullying, and it is going to be the most talked about thing coming out of this convention. And that is because Anita Sarkeesian is supposed to be on that panel, and yesterday, while she was on a panel about women in the YouTube space, a bunch of her, I would say, opponents, harassers, just all-around scummy people that just really love nothing more than creating chaos. Yeah, something like that. They gathered in the audience and made sure that she saw that they were there, and she ended up lashing out at one of them because that's what they wanted. And now there's been this big debate online of she should be removed from the cyberbullying panel. But then, of course, there's plenty more people that are saying that she shouldn't because the person that she lashed out against was doing that intentionally to make her lash out. So yeah, that'll be interesting. As for now, I'm going to head to the YouTube arena and get a seat for the Rhett and Link podcast. Cue the music and fast travel.
Welcome to Ear Biscuits. I'm Rhett.
And I'm Link. It's live at VidCon.
Well, hello. So I'm here with Brizzy. We're going to quickly shoot another thing for another video down the line right now. Okay, so go watch that. Jesus. So Brisley didn't have any appearances on any panels at VidCon this year, but she still came out and was standing outside and was meeting fans. That's basically what that was there. That was her. She was like, I'm going to have a meet and greet outside of VidCon, so please come on out and see me. And that's what that was. It was a huge line of people waiting to see her, so that was awesome. But now here I am at the trending stage for the cyberbullying panel, which is going to be either something really major or nothing at all. I'm hoping for nothing at all because I don't want to see anything bad happen here. So we'll see what happens.
Hi guys.
Hey, it's great to see everybody here. My name is Grace. I'm the executive director of Uplift, which is a nonprofit formed to tackle sexual violence in online communities. We are here to talk about ending cyberbullying, and we've got a great group of panelists here today. If y'all wouldn't mind sharing your name and any relevant handles, that'd be great. Are we going down? Yeah, let's do it.
Who wants to go first?
Hi, I am YouTuber Boogie298. You might know me a little better as my lisping character, Francis. How are you guys doing out there tonight? You having fun?
That scream was for you. That was it.
I do YouTube. I do Twitch, and occasionally I pass out of panels. So.
I'm Anita Sarkeesian. I run an educational nonprofit called Feminist Frequency. We make videos that look at the way women are represented in popular culture, and we're specifically diving into women's representations and intersectional feminist representations, rather, and media and politics. Wow. And you can find us at FemFreak on most things. Oh, yeah. I'm Hannah Witten. I have a YouTube channel that focuses on sex and relationships education. And I also host a book club podcast where we read books about sex every month and we discuss them.
I thought you said foot club podcast.
Yeah, also
like,
that.
This is a whole different.
It's called Bangin' Book Club. It's great.
I'm Megan Tonjes. I am a musician. I talk a lot about body positivity, take a lot of butt photos on the internet, and I also talk a lot about like daily topical content.
Hi, I'm Megan McCarthy. I used to be a Viner, but that's dead now, as we all know. So I mostly make YouTube videos now. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, cool. Great.
It's really loud in the hall here, so let's go somewhere better for this. Well then, this is a crazy view because I am above the tops of all of these palm trees. I'm actually on the third floor of the convention center now because the creator's keynote is going to be happening in 12 minutes in the third floor ballroom. So really quickly, I just wanted to say that I recorded the full video of the cyberbullying panel just in case something might have happened, and I am proud to say that I do not need to upload any of that because nothing really major or egregious happened, which is very good. I was very afraid something was going to go down there, but nothing did. It all went by without a hitch, so that's really good. However, after it was over, this 12-year-old girl came up to me and she was like, "Excuse me, sir, did you record that whole thing?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "Is there somewhere where I'll be able to see it?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to actually post it." And she was like, "Oh, yeah, it seemed like a really interesting panel, and I wanted to see all of it." So if nothing turns up, if no one really posts a good version of it, then I will post it, basically for that girl, because she wanted to see it and she missed out on it. So I gave her my card, so she has my channel, so she'll know that if I do end up posting it. But I'm sure there's more, much better professional recordings of it that will be put up. So after that, I went and I ate, and then I was walking to head upstairs here, and you might have seen, I keep walking by the Fine Brothers Entertainment booth, and that is because I met two of the people from Fine Brothers Entertainment, the two people that kind of run the Instagram account, Alex and Julie. I met them at Kind of Funny Live 3, and so I've been wanting to say hi to them, and when I walked by just now, I saw Julie was there, and so I said hi to her, and then Alex came up, and I basically just hung out in the Fine Brothers Entertainment booth for like 30 minutes, talking about all things reactors. I would absolutely love to get on Adults React. That would be like one of the best things, because not only would it be fun, it would be very helpful for viewership on this channel. So it'd be a win-win. But I did then have to leave so that I could come up here and head into the creator's keynote. So let's go ahead and go in there and check that out.
companies represent 90% of the streams and songs and connections of revenue in the music industry. When they want to talk to us, there's literally hundreds of thousands. That's not an easy communications problem, and I'm extremely sympathetic to it. Which is kind of why I, last year on this stage, announced the Internet Creators Guild. I wanted to talk a little bit about, even though I apparently have gone over time, I thought I had more time than I do, but I'm in charge. So, sure that Travis is really excited that I said that. I apologize to him, and I'll apologize to him later.
so once again, this camera ran out of battery, so I'm now having to use the Lumix again. After the keynote, I went back downstairs to the Fine Brothers Entertainment booth, and I actually got to meet the Fine Brothers. Well, both my hands are full right now, so here's the picture. Did that work? That was going to be the end of my VidCon, and then I totally remembered that there's a creator track party that they have on the second floor that I will probably walk through and be like, oh, that's a party going on, and then I'll leave. And now, to make matters worse, I kind of forgot to put the memory card back into the Lumix after I put it in my computer to get the footage off of it last night. So I have filled up the internal memory on it, so it is no longer useful either. So now I'm just using my iPhone directly. I have no idea how it's picking up sound though, because I'm not talking directly into it like I was before. So since I'm completely out of cameras and recording equipment, well, I do have the Zoom in my bag right now, but I really don't feel like pulling that out just for who knows how long. So, long story short, I'm gonna walk through the party. Who knows what's gonna happen, and then I'm gonna head home. So let's just cut back to regular Sean, and he can tell you what's happening next. Regular Sean, I think that's the first time anyone's called me that. So the party, much as I expected because of last year, wasn't really much of anything. It was just some catered food put out, and then just people talking to each other. Well, actually, more like networking with each other, I should say. Really something I probably should have partaken in, but that will be a goal for next year. Get over the social anxiety. I did, however, get to talk to Andre, aka Black Nerd Comedy, who I have talked about before on this channel. I don't think he remembered meeting me at all, since he said, it's nice to meet you, but that's okay. And then the original plan was to go to Disney Day on Sunday, but when I woke up on Sunday, I finally realized that I had just spent 3 days at VidCon, so I couldn't do it. Besides, by the time I would have gotten ready and gotten over there, it would have been past 1 o'clock, which is when they were going to take the big photo of all of the VidCon people that were there in Paradise Pier in California Adventure. So by that point, there wouldn't really have been much reason to go. So because of that, that wraps up VidCon 2017. I am glad that I went this year. I'm glad that I go every year. This year was more meaningful because I was actually a creator this year. I had my business cards, I was able to hand them out to some people, so that was fun. I've never done that before. So since I'm wrapping up VidCon 2017, let's go ahead and go to the people I've met at conventions board and add Brizzy Voices, the Fine Brothers, and Andre Meadows. I'm telling you, it never gets old. It may for you, but it doesn't for me. Oh, I did finally find out what the crazy ruckus was when I was heading down the escalator in the previous video, and there was just the huge mass of people. So Logan Paul, who used to be a well-known Viner and is now transitioned to being a well-known YouTuber because Vine doesn't exist anymore, had basically done sort of a scavenger hunt for $3,000 in the main plaza of VidCon. And so once someone found it in the huge mass of people trying to find $3,000, he, not realizing that he's a major YouTube star now, ran out and then was just like mobbed by all the tweens, and he was like, okay, well, maybe if I go in the fountain, they won't chase me into the fountain. Well, of course, they followed him into the fountain. And then eventually security showed up and started to drag him away. And then they dragged him into the convention center, which was kind of a ridiculous thing. And then once he got in the convention center, everyone just kind of started chasing in after him. And then he took off running and security was running after him. And then, yeah, so that's what that was. That was a huge mass of people that were following Logan Paul. So yeah, VidCon's gonna have to have a talk with him about what it means to be a mega popular YouTuber. Well, that's going to do it for this week. I'm actually giving you a little preview of what next week's going to be by what I'm wearing. Cryptic. And so with that, have a good however long it is until you watch my next video.